I feel like I would have been a really good like bass player in a band.
You have the build for it. You have the perfect.
They don't have to like go real crazy or something.
No.
Just slapping
the bass.
But I play drums. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
I'm Cole Baldridge.
And we're in the middle of our weekly top 3. We are talking about things in 2018 we are super excited for.
Woo!
We are now on Corey's number 2.
That's right.
Take it away there.
So my numero dos is we worked on this. It's not really secret. We filmed a pilot.
We did. That was awesome, isn't it?
It was awesome. I'm happy with it. I am very, very happy with it.
I was really good at it.
Chris, is it Torres or Flores?
Flores.
Chris Flores did an excellent job shooting and editing, working with me on that. Fantastic guy. Mentally, I'm like, I want to pick up some sponsors before we start getting back into developing it more. But that will come out this year. I firmly believe that.
It should. I mean, we've got the pilot done, so now we can kind of shop it to people and be like, hey, look, this is what we're working on.
And that's the next step.
And so we're looking for sponsors.
So 2018, you keep an eye out for family practices.
So without revealing anything too specific.
The synopsis? You want the synopsis?
Well, no, not synopsis. So you guys want to send it around to people. Like, who are you trying to pitch it to?
We literally haven't started yet. We haven't even really sat down and shot our plan yet for it.
Okay, so
off the top of my head, I'm thinking car dealerships. I mean, advertising is something that
they need for like distribution.
Oh well, we already have.
Yeah, we're on TV already. We've got our TV Connect.
Oh, okay, so we're doing that.
We got our TV Connect. So once we're ready, we put on TV, and then I already started, and then we discussed different facets to put it on to kind of move the ball to get it into possibly like the hands of Netflix or Hulu,
right.
YouTube Red or Facebook. You got channels you have to go through before you can get to them. So
can you imagine doing that with like Netflix money?
Shoot,
that's the goal. The goal is we do this show, and then they say, "Wow, you guys are really funny. Who wrote that? And who's those actors?" And then they say, "Here, do a project for us."
Right, and they just give
something totally different.
Just give Nerd Thug a blank check.
Make this.
We buy lots of fireworks.
Spend $90 million. Work with Will Smith
and me and
make
Corey.
Bright too.
Can I tell you right now? I would move to an island after that, and you would never. Yeah, that's the rest of my bucket list is working with Will Smith.
Never would see Corey DLG
That's it.
again.
You wouldn't. It's.
You like you make something good, and you're like, I'm not even gonna figure out. I'm not even gonna stay for the reviews, guys.
Listen, Will, let's do Hancock 2. Okay?
It doesn't even have to be good.
We'll do Hancock 2.
We'll do
low budget.
We'll do like direct to DVD Hancock 5, The Theory of Jafar. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it.
Theory of Jafar.
That's right. We're gonna cross over with Disney's Aladdin.
You heard.
Like I don't even care. I don't even care.
No, he needs to make Bad Boys 3.
They've said like 4 times they're going to. Like they both have allegedly signed to it.
Michael Bay is probably not going to when he keeps making Transformers movies.
He's done with that though.
Yeah, he's done with Transformers.
Michael Bay is no longer making Transformers.
He's done with printing money.
No, I think Transformers are done with him.
I think he's like producing. Yeah. So the Transformers movie whatever universe is continuing, but he is not going to be writing and directing.
Correct. They've asked him to move on.
Isn't it funny how like the mythology just gets more and more and more convoluted every time? Like,
no,
you don't think there's.
Have you read a comic before?
No, but this is 10 times worse.
No. Like there is nobody. There's no continuity department over at Paramount going like, okay, how do we keep this like on the rails?
There probably is, but their noses are bleeding so hard for Michael Bay just going like, okay, and this one, King Arthur helped the Transformers fight the Decepticons.
Yes.
What?
I'm just waiting for the Transformer G.I. Joe crossover.
And then like in the next one, they're like, the Knights Templar were fighting King Arthur to help protect against the Decepticons. You're like, wait, I thought King Arthur was against the Why would the
No, Transformers 6
Mark Wahlberg's in it? Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, make it.
Transformers 6 is going to be like, it's going to take place in Miami. Mark Wahlberg's down there for some reason. Like, Optimus Prime, like, floats up
with
in a container
different
ship.
hot daughter.
The next movie is...
And then it's like, it's going to be like the bad boy, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence come out from nowhere. And that's how he's going to get Bad Boys 3 made.
The next one is a Bumblebee solo film.
Oh, jeez.
Starring John Cena.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he's in the Bumblebee. At least the first like image, and it's a old school like yellow beetle. So we'll see what happens. All right, my number 3.
No comment.
Or my number 2. Number 2. Yeah. So with Disney buying Fox this last year in 2017, I'm excited. I don't think anything like no projects are going to be completed, but as this year progresses, we're going to learn more and more about this deal, what all it entails, what the future looks like.
If it gets approved.
And so I'm looking forward to this year. Like, hey, the deal happened. Awesome. Now let's find out what it means. And let's see where they're going to take it, what they're going to do with it. You know, what stuff's getting canceled and rebooted. What stuff they're like, you know what, that's not us. Do they even call it Disney? Or do they call it Disney Fox? Like, what do they do?
Foxney.
Fox. I can't imagine they change the name at all.
Because if you're keeping FX and FXX, you can't really say this is Disney because that's way outside the lines of what Disney really is.
But I think they're comfortable, like, with the separate branding for those things because those things aren't very mousy.
I bet you it's going to be like they do with ESPN and ABC, where they're just Disney owns them, but they have their own. Yeah, they have their own branding and like target audience. Because kind of like that thing, like FX and FXX, they're still probably going to do their really adult stuff, but
yeah,
Disney, it's just new management, and they.
Well, and if you actually kind of look, if you follow the logic of why Disney bought Marvel and why they bought Star Wars, the reasoning at the time was they keep the girls from ages 0 to whenever.
Forever in Affinity.
Because ABC does reality TV and blah, blah, blah. And so, like, they never really lose women through their company.
No.
But they lose the men. The men, when they turn, like, 8 to 12, they stop watching all the cartoon stuff. And now they go to the comic books, they go to the Star Wars, they go to this, they go to that.
So now they have the comic books, now they have the Star Wars.
And now they have the FX, which is where they go to afterwards.
They're adding more stuff. So, no, you're right. So that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to.
How big do you think the mouse is How big do you think the mouse is going to get before
even bigger?
Before antitrust starts kicking in.
I don't think antitrust will ever kick in.
No, isn't it like they own like 40% of entertainment now or something like that?
It'll be.
Don't quote me on that.
It'll be that they own 2 of the 5 major film studios.
They do own 40% of Hulu.
They do own 40. I don't think it will. Here's what I think will happen continually, more and more and more and more.
That's gonna keep. I'm gonna go fact check.
Is like the corporations are gonna join up and things like. So the other day,
real quick,
Sprint is competing with Netflix and T-Mobile. So now, if you buy Sprint, they give you Pokemon Go coins, or points. So what you're gonna see is things gang up and team up. You're gonna see the corporations create these like NASCAR branded.
That's how America was built. Partnerships. Colt, your number one thing you're looking forward to in 2018?
Okay, so
or not? Going once?
It's like 40% of movie tickets and stuff. I don't know. I didn't want to say something that was like not true. And
like way off.
Somebody sends that email, so like, yeah, you guys are wrong.
And I just say, that was Colt. Don't mind him.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, number one, you know it. There's nothing else to be anticipated more than Infinity War.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It is. It really is. I think that's going to be the theatrical event of the year.
We'll circle back to that real quick. So, Corey, your number one.
So, my number one is Nerd Thug. I want to make a movie. I want to make a movie.
That's a good idea.
I want to make a movie.
That's a good idea.
We're going to make a movie this year.
There's a lot of good things there.
What do you think? Do you think it'd be like kind of like Super or that other one where it's like
found footage?
No, not found footage, but it's like it's comic book themed and superhero, but it's one of those like dorky reality versions instead. Like, how do you think a Nerd Thug movie would play out?
Not necessarily a Nerd Thug movie, but us make a movie. Well, of some sorts, right?
I think you could do a Nerd Thug movie. I think we would be like a Kevin Smith comedy.
Yeah.
You don't think we can do a movie about us?
We got Zach. Yes, we could.
I think we could totally do a movie about us.
Yes, we could. We're also going to have a pretty big presence, hopefully, this year at Comic Palooza. So
we talked about
big things on the horizon for the Nerd Thug.
All right, I'm just spitballing here, but I think it's going to be something like somebody in the Nerd Thug team loses their job, and we got to come up with money to pay rent, and then it spirals out of control.
Yeah, so then all of a sudden it's just the life of Corey.
That's Corey's life right there. All right, so number one thing I'm looking forward to, since you said Infinity War, there is a nice list of comic book movies coming out this year.
There's a very good list.
Black Panther. Yep. There's also Infinity War that we just talked about. Ant-Man Wasp 2 is coming out. You've got
Aquaman.
Aquaman's coming out. You've got the big bad X-Men movie.
Yep,
it's coming out. We've also
is that really this year too?
That's this year
and
too.
And then
New Mutants this year, and then Deadpool 2 is coming out this year.
Oh,
so there's 7 movies right there that are coming out.
Real quick, I saw they did a photo of Domino.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna be all black, like all painted. I don't like the eye paint.
That's her in the
Wait,
comics,
she's
though,
only
right?
wait.
The one white painter on the eye.
But like she's got like an orca color pattern to her.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Sometimes things don't translate from the comics.
Yeah, I almost think they should have just not done the eye
Yeah,
dot
we'll
at
see
all.
what happens. But yeah, man, I think 2018 movie wise. I mean, also then you've got the Han solo film coming out.
I mean,
But I read an article, or I saw a headline. I didn't read the article that says Disney is right now that's currently tracking as a negative.
Really?
Yeah.
That movie?
Yeah.
I don't believe it. But do you think 2018? How much time we have here, so I can ask this question or not? 2018 movies compared to 2017 movies, who has the edge?
18. I mean, you're always looking ahead.
I mean, think about the movies that came out this year.
Yeah, no. The movies that came out this year lead to the movies that came out next year.
Right.
That come out next year.
okay, so like besides comic book movies, what came out this year?
No, we're talking specifically comic
Yeah, we're
movies.
talking.
Okay, so you had Thor, you had
Great. You had the Justice League movie. Didn't
and
do so hot.
you had
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was big.
Woman.
Wonder Woman was a big deal.
Probably the biggest comic book movie
So I
of the
think
year.
Thor leads directly into Infinity War.
You
Black
had
Panther
Guardians.
and all that. Guardians.
Guardians of the
Black
Galaxy
Panther
2.
leads
Yeah.
to Infinity War.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Was Guardians? Yeah, Guardians 2 was this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
Feels like. Yeah, it was like May.
2017 is just
May, I believe. Yeah, I think 2018 they've got a big jump. Some great stuff coming
Okay,
out.
so here's the thing: like Iron Man and Avengers started out as the like that start the whole thing, and Infinity War is going to be the exclamation point.
Yeah.
It's
Real quick, I read an article.
Coming up on that is a big deal.
I read an article as we go out on a break here that 2017 was the year that universes died, like movie universes.
you
Yeah.
know, it's the year DC Universe died.
Well,
Yeah,
look at that.
I
Marvel's
agree with
doing
that.
fine.
Look at that. Then the universe with the scary movies,
Oh yeah, that didn't
That
work
was
out.
never going to
and
work
there
out.
was one more. I think they said.
I was intrigued by that.
Yeah, they had some intriguing moments. But that is all the time we have for the weekly top 3. We're going to jump out, come back to the Hipster Padawan section. You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio.